Elsewhere, Governor Darius Ishaku has cautioned monarchs against developing a special interest in partisan politics as the country warms up for the next political transition. Speaking at the presentation of staff of office to the new Gara Donga, Sanvala Varzoa Shimbura, the governor advised traditional rulers to rather play fatherly roles. Correspondent to Olabi Adenisi filed in this report.
At this coronation of Gara Donga are prominent sons and daughters of Taraba South Senatorial District who spread across political and religious divide. Also in attendance is an elder statesman, General Theophilus Yakubu Danjuma retired, the Gamboro of Donga, captains of industries, among others. Governor Darius Ishaku here tasked the new Gara Donga, Sanvala Zimburu, to continue the enduring legacies of his predecessor, Stephen Buyanga, who worked for the overall interest of his people. He stated that his administration will always rely on counsel from traditional rulers, which is why they should stop seizing lands from their subjects. He wants them instead to work with the government to surmount security problems in the land, to uphold peace and unity, and carry everyone in their domain along, irrespective of tribe and religion.
I employ all the traditional chiefs to uphold peace and unity in their various domains by treating every Nigerian equally, regardless of their ethnicity or religious affiliation. We must take advantage of our diversity in order to create a strong, unified and indivisible Taraba state.
In his vote of thanks, Gara Donga, Sanvala Shimbura thanked Governor Darius Ishaku.
Today is also a day of celebration because Donga Chiefdom is rightfully blessed with a new king with impeccable track record of service. He is highly educated, a seasoned administrator, and diplomat who has traveled widely, and a peacemaker too.
Meanwhile, Taraba state government has debunked report that General T.Y. Danjuma and the governor were molested during the ceremony. In a joint press conference in Wukari, the Commissioner for Information and the Chief Press Secretary to the governor pointed out that the programs was televised live on national televisions and was rancor-free. They want those they describe as desperate politicians to desist from cast as passion on T.Y. Danjuma and Governor Darius Ishaku for no reason.
And the governor, the executive governor of Taraba State, was well received in Donga. The people of Donga received him well.
The TVC covered the program live, so the governor was not booed by anybody.
The new Gara Donga, Sanvala Shimbura, is a 10th and bears the title of Sanwayi II.
Let's turn to development on fuel scarcity. Many commuters were stranded at various bus stops in Lagos as fuel queues resurfaced in parts of the state. Queues comprising private and commercial vehicles filled fuel stations in many parts of the state, spilling into main roads. In the meantime, the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority has appealed to Nigerians not to engage in panic buying of petrol, saying it has enough in stock. The Chief Executive Officer, NMDPRA, Farouk Ahmed, said he had checked with the Major Oil Marketers Association of Nigeria and the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited on the level of fuel stock and confirmed they had sufficient stock. In the same vein, long queues of vehicles have resurfaced at fuel stations in Akure, the Ondo State capital, as motorists embarked on panic buying. Some fuel stations are now selling petrol between 190 and 270 naira per litre. Ayodeji Muradio reports.
Fuel scarcity became noticeable in Akure on Monday when motorists formed long queues at different filling stations. The situation has degenerated as most independent marketers do not have the product. This filling station along Oda Road in Akure is one of the few stations dispersing the product to buyers. This explains why the queue is long and motorists are struggling to get petrol. No cogent reason has been given for this latest scarcity, but many are lamenting over non-availability of the product.
Since 7 a.m. and this fuel scarcity of 18 just sudden without notice. Nobody know anything about this. We just face it suddenly. That they're supposed to be going to their working place now. They are at a fleet station right now.
The level of suffering being experienced by inhabitants of Akure is, in fact, it's so sardonic, because I see no reason why the whole filling station in this metropolis decided to shut down. And it's not as if they are not having fuel. They are speculating perhaps there's going to be an increase in fuel. I wouldn't know.
The situation was the same at other filling stations as residents struggled to get the product. They urged the federal government to address the situation before it gets out of hand.
We want federal government to help us so that the fuel should be surplus again as before, so that people can go and easily to buy what they want to buy and go. Because now people are fighting for fuel now, there's no fuel anywhere.
As a matter of fact, I have some frozen item, fishes that cost over 100,000 that I procure inside my generator, that because there's no fuel, there is no light, I had at Alagbaka GRO extension, I have to rush down since morning to to be on queue.
There's no sign yet when this latest scarcity will be over, as petrol is now being sold between 190 and 270 naira per litre. Ayodeji Moradi of TVC News, Akure.
Other matters now. The Public Accounts Committee of the Senate has commended the chairman of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, retired Brigadier General Mohammed Buba Marwa, for providing good leadership for the anti-narcotics agency in its onslaught against drug abuse and illicit drug trafficking in Nigeria. Chairman of the committee, Senator Matthew Rogide, who gave the commendation during the public hearing on service-wide vote at the Senate complex in Abuja, said the chairman's leadership at the NDLEA has changed the country's drug war narrative, both locally and internationally. He added that while the committee continues to push for support for his tireless effort against drug abuse and trafficking of illicit substances, the NDLEA boss should always feel free to approach members on any support that will make the agency better. In his response, the chairman commended the committee, the Senate, and the entire National Assembly for providing the necessary legislative support for the agency to achieve its vision and set goals. Now to security matters. Daukin Gagawa, translated as Quick Intervention, is a counter-terrorism simulation operation by the police meant to improve interoperation of the various units of the police. The elevated alert by the U.S. Embassy of a likely attack in the country prompted the exercise. Sifon Isian reports.
That's the right word. A counter-terrorism simulation operation by the police at the force headquarters, Abuja. Daukin Gagawa, or Quick Intervention, is meant to improve the ability of the various police units to work together to tackle terrorists. In the wake of the U.S. Embassy alert of a possible terror attack in the country, particularly in Abuja, security agencies, including the police, have scaled up their alert levels.
But we are all going to ensure that we're able to boost the confidence of the members of the public in our ability to protect them, especially in the face of the fact that you people will notice that over the past 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, the main problem we've been having is attacks on our educational institutions.
The exercise is expected to morph into a full-fledged operation in the days to come.
We just felt it's the right time for us to actually float this operation to address some of these issues. We don't take any intelligence for granted, whether actionable or not actionable.
The Inspector General of Police had earlier in the year indicated there would be a spike in security challenges in the run-up to the elections, but he also assured of the readiness of the police to tackle the surge. Sifon Asian, TVC News, Abuja.